Our bodies are a constant intermediary in perceiving reality, leaving impressions upon our mind based on the limited ability of our physical forms. So, it begs the question, is anything we see ever as it truly is, or is it but an afterimage that lingers behind? While this philosophical pondering may seem out of place, Afterimage is a Metroidvania with lofty ambitions and mechanics that invite introspection. Play as Renee, a young woman accompanied by a sprite-like creature named Ifri, living in a world abandoned by their god and falling into ruin. The two are in the woods, laying souls of corpses to rest so they may go to the afterlife, known as the Stream. Then, after a mortal encounter with a wolf, Renee learns that she has the power to come back to life. After this unusually deadly encounter so close to home, Renee and Ifri rush back to their village, only to find it ravaged by beasts. And from here, the game and the story opens up, with Renee and Ifri's long journey through the many lands of Engarden. As a whole, I had a lot of fun playing Afterimage. The mechanics are solid and satisfying. From the platforming to the combat, it felt natural and responsive. And if platforming worries you, all the platforming required to progress the main plot is easily achievable. If you're a collectible, secret, and item hunter like me, it won't take long for you to get a hang of the jump, attack, dash technique that extends your platforming range just enough to get to that next chest. For combat, no Souls-like difficulty here, except for the first boss encounter, which we'll get to. Enemies go down after a few hits from your weapon, and you can always dash backward out of range. Speaking of weapons, you have many different weapons to try as you figure out your playstyle. From great swords to whips to scythes, each weapon offers a varied approach to combat. I personally went for the whip because I'm a secret dominatrix, but also because it has great range and speed. You'll also get to equip a sub-weapon and a spell, the latter of which can do massive damage, but has significant mana cost that takes quite a while to recharge. There are also consumables for health and mana, which can be hard to get until you find the merchant. Side note about the consumables, when you use them and then you die, they don't come back, they're gone. And I learned that very painfully with that aforementioned first boss. And this is where I'll begin levying my critique, and that starts with the lack of explanations for features in the game. Afterimage offers you special abilities and bonuses through a skill tree known as talents. You also have another tree of Afterimage, which are permanent abilities that you unlock, like dashes or leaving poison clouds when you get hit. But let's focus on the skill tree, which is shaped like a web, and depending on the route you follow, you'll unlock different kinds of bonuses and abilities. These include things like resistances, stronger damage for your weapon or sub-weapon, and special unlockable moves per weapon. I had already seen and tinkered with the skill tree from the start of the game, but I noticed that all the skill tree options had level requirements. So, I had about 4 or 5 skills immediately available that I could invest 1 point in out of maximum 2, and once I saw that the next point required me to be level 25 or 45, I assumed that the skill tree was stuck there and I would have to wait to level up before getting more upgrades. But as the game goes on and I begin to hoard a massive collection of talent points, I started to wonder if there was something I wasn't getting. And finally, in a fit of random rage after dying to the first boss endlessly, I made a massive discovery. You can put points anywhere on the web at any time. So instead of my thoughts, which was, I need to upgrade these first 4 on the web before I can unlock the rest, you can just jump all across and see. And when I did, I saw, oh, I can already put points here. Yay! It was both very satisfying to learn and extremely aggravating, because it made me wonder if my fight against the first boss was secretly hard mode, and all because the game did not teach me how to use the skill tree. Now, the only other major-ish aspect of the game that I found questionable, and which is very much up to personal taste, is the voice acting. I found the voice acting to be pretty cringe. The mix of anime-like voices with formal language and tone felt very try-hard.
Hey, are you here for an adventure as well? Well met. I'm Karsa, and this is my companion Brenda. We're now traveling around in Garden, seeking the Hermit's relic.
Hello, I'm Renee. This is my partner Ifri, and we are seeking...
And here's some last rapid-fire oddness in Afterimage. The super powerful mage named Ripe, the creepy-faced little girl, the eyeless man who greets you in town, or the merchant that gives way too much Happy Mask salesman vibes. These gripes aside, I only have praise and admiration left to offer for Afterimage. The stunning 2D hand-drawn art brings this magical world to life, as Renee bounces on purple-pink mushrooms and slices down literal grape monsters in the boundless green fields and woods. I also really enjoyed the enemy design. Everything is just bursting with color and detail, and the composition of Afterimage has a mythic quality to it, with dulcet tones accompanying your beautiful carnage. It also all made me kind of feel bad. It sounds so beautiful, looks so beautiful, but I'm whipping to death this poor little grape thing. If you're worried about getting lost, no worries, since the game has a handy-dandy map. This map updates as you find save points, which are these gorgeous orb-filled trees that refill your health and serve as a respawn point. I also want to point out what a lovely death animation Afterimage has, with its ocean blue underwater scene, bubbles, and a delicate chime that plays when you die. I could go on and on, like how the dialogue looks like it's translating from the language within the game to English, or the guy you encounter who has this cute little penguin with him, but I'll save the rest for my future video essay. Maybe. Let's round up this review with a breakdown of the options menu. It's recommended that you play with controller. You have a variety of languages to choose from. You can turn camera shake or vibration off. There are video quality options, so all kinds of PCs could run this, and you can remap the controls. All in all, Afterimage is as satisfying to play as it is to look at, and while it may be lacking in explanations, it makes up for it in fun and style.
Thank you so much for supporting clickbait-free independent content here on YouTube. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to help us bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming, and be sure to check out patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where we can together defeat the gaming echo chamber.